Spanning 98 acres, the Boeing Everett factory in Washington holds the title of the largest building in the United States by volume. It was constructed in 1967 to fulfill a groundbreaking mission to build the world's first jumbo jet, the Boeing 747. But how did such a massive industrial marvel come to life, and why was it necessary? In the 1960s, Boeing was revolutionizing air travel. The demand for larger, faster planes capable of flying long distances was growing, and Boeing needed a facility that could meet this demand. At the time, their existing plants weren't large enough to assemble what would soon become their most iconic aircraft, the Boeing 747. The company needed a new factory, something monumental, something unlike anything the world had ever seen. Boeing chose Everett, Washington for its proximity to transportation routes like railroads, highways, and ports. With a massive workforce and resources at hand, the Boeing Everett factory project began. The Boeing Everett factory wasn't just big, it was a masterpiece of engineering. The planners faced an enormous challenge. They needed to design a space that could handle the assembly of planes larger than anything ever built. This meant the building had to be tall enough to fit massive vertical tail fins, wide enough to house multiple assembly lines, and strong enough to support industrial cranes capable of moving thousands of tons of airplane parts. Engineers also designed the building with expansion in mind. Its modular layout allowed for future developments in aviation. Climate controls and ventilation systems had to be sophisticated enough to maintain temperature in a building that could house an indoor city. Construction began in 1967, and it was no small feat. Workers faced the daunting task of erecting what would be the largest building by volume ever attempted. Massive steel beams, heavy machinery, and specialized materials were brought in to create the structure's skeleton. Washington's unpredictable weather added another layer of complexity, with rain and mud frequently delaying work. Despite these setbacks, the construction team worked around the clock to meet deadlines. At the height of construction, thousands of workers, engineers, and planners were involved. Inside, the factory's interior was just as impressive. Specially designed cranes capable of lifting entire aircraft sections were installed. The assembly lines, stretching over hundreds of feet, were constructed to be adaptable, able to switch from assembling a 747 to newer models like the 767, 777, and 787. In 1968, the factory's first completed aircraft rolled out, the Boeing 747, which would become an icon of global air travel. The jet's sheer size and capacity redefined commercial aviation. The Boeing Everett factory became synonymous with innovation and production efficiency, assembling more aircraft than any other facility in the world. The factory didn't just change Boeing, it changed the world. With the 747, long-haul international flights became affordable, revolutionizing how people travel. Meanwhile, the factory itself became a symbol of American industrial power and innovation. Today, the Boeing Everett factory continues to play a critical role in global aviation. From the 747 to the 787 Dreamliner, the factory's output has shaped air travel for over 5 decades. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, a building that is as much a symbol of engineering excellence as the planes it produces. As the largest building in the United States, the Boeing Everett factory is more than just a place where planes are built. It's a hub of innovation and ambition, a space where the future of flight is constantly being reimagined. Whether you're flying on a jumbo jet or marveling at the factory itself, you're witnessing the power of human achievement. The Boeing Everett factory, a building as grand and iconic as the planes that take to the skies from within its walls.